Five, four, three, two, one. I'm John Miglosh for the Wisconsin DMA and the International Society for Strategic Marketing. Well, I don't know. I think this might be the 502nd video, but I went back and checked which ones were most popular, and the what is direct marketing actually was one of the top ones. And I'm going to also start doing a few reviews of some of the big what is direct marketing videos and maybe some articles. Because it does seem to be so popular. RFM and direct marketing are some things that I know quite a bit about, maybe more than the news. So we'll slip them in every now and then. And on that note, let's move into the show. Let's see if this even works. Yeah, it seems to. Okay. So the question here, as we've addressed a few times on the Target Tuesdays, and there's a wonderful playlist up on YouTube. Now, if you just type Miglosh and spell it right, you will get it. So you can go from LinkedIn. I think it's in my profile also. If you go there, you can get a nice playlist on some of the basics of direct marketing and what I'm calling epistomarketing, which is how do we know something for sure? I mean, there's so much soft, well, I'll call it soft knowledge. Now, as an epistemologist, which is my master's degree, the study of knowledge, that's a very bad thing. Although, there are kind of degrees. How do I know I have a right hand? Seems like it's there, right? What more can I ask of it? Not much. So, sometimes the tests and the verifications are a little bit silly because we say, well, yeah, I know I have one. But in marketing, we're too quick to grab onto the buzzwords, and we're too quick to think that knowing all of the clicks that come from a particular person somehow tells you what they're looking at. We lose that connection. Or somehow the fact that they were on a site that showed an ad that you ran means that was the causal force in them coming to you as a customer and placing an order. Those are tenuous links at best. So I want to talk about direct marketing today because I think that it's foundational to the marketing process, and it's been lost. Direct marketing is the buzzword that was very, very popular in the 80s and early 90s. We couldn't have classes fast enough. And as an ad agency guy, we won 5 out of 5 pitches while I was there because the presidents and the CEOs and the CFOs especially loved the idea of accountable advertising. But today I think we've lost track of that, and it was never really implemented in the agency. No one wanted it. The creative director wanted to win ads. The ad manager wanted to win wanted to win awards and award-winning ads, and it just didn't ever happen. It never happened with any kind of consistent methodology. So let's dig in and see what we know about what we know, right? How do we know anything in marketing? That's the question. Well, I think direct marketing is the marketing of the future. And so are you a direct marketer? Now, the interesting thing is that the Direct Marketing Association, the once prominent Direct Marketing Association, which has since been absorbed by something else, had a definition that people have latched onto it. NMOA, I asked people, what's the definition of direct marketing? And everybody said, it's generating a measurable response. Well, measurable doesn't even mean you measured it. And a response could be a click, could be a view, it could be a visit to your page, it could be an order. But just measuring or just generating tells you almost nothing about the causal impact of anything in your advertising or your marketing. So I contend that you are not a direct marketer if all you're doing is generating a measurable response. My ad agency buddy said, we do that. We place an ad, we run an ad on TV, and more people come to the store. That is absolutely true. They were absolutely right. According to that definition, everybody is a direct marketer, which is why the association went under. But I fought for years to say this is the dumbest definition that was ever coined. And I did write with Connie Bauer the seminal journal article on the definition in case you want to look it up. Okay, I think back of the envelope, it's testing with transactional data. It's generating strategic, explicit knowledge. It's generating something you can implement the next time you want to do an advertising campaign. That's what direct marketing is. It's testing with transactional data. And by transactional, I mean parting with $1 or more. That's why Brad Parscale wrote and said, you're the only one who understood what we did. What did they do? They sold ads. The Trump campaign, like it or not, if you're a marketer, you should be into this. Check out my article, How Direct Marketing Swung the Election. Brad said I had it. Okay? By selling hats, they got people to part with $20. An action, a transaction. It's not just a click. It's not just a survey answer. It's something meaningful. And that is key to direct marketing. The direct mailing community never would settle for, oh, it came to their house. Now we can scan it. We can know from the I can't remember that postal thing. It's the dumbest thing that the post office has ever spent money on, which is to show me a picture of the outside of an envelope. I've had it for years. They keep boasting about how many million people have it. Yeah, do we even open the emails anymore? No, I blocked them. Okay, so the fundamentals are find out what marketing ideas are working, build explosive growth and profits, make more money, and get full credit for your contribution. All of that is possible with a lot of different ad media. Okay, the key definition, it tells you which half is wasted. It can tell you how much of a difference was made by changing something. So unless you know why, unless you know the causal force, unless you isolate the causal variables, I'm talking about field valid experimentation. You can do that. You don't have it. Direct marketing is about testing. Testing isolates the cause and takes charge of the data. Testing with transactions drives strategy. You know it's going to make money. Every CEO wants to know, if I put $1 in and I can get $1.20 out, how many dollars should I put in? Unlimited, as many as I can get my hands on. Direct marketing is the key to turning data into money, and it's lost. We're collecting data and we don't have anything to know what we're doing with it. It's not the data, it's the experiment that makes it work. So why don't people test? Well, they try things. Let's try this, let's try that. It's much easier than test. Testing is difficult. If you followed the coronavirus tests of pharmaceuticals, there's so many are so flawed you can't even believe it. They're either insignificant numbers, or they leave out major components, or they only test a certain non-representative sample. And some things you just do. If a doctor's treated 300, 600 patients and they've seen 95% success, let's start with that. That's the observation, okay? But they didn't, because they didn't want it to win. So the scientific method requires integrity in observation. We then form a hypothesis and have a control. We have experimentation, see the difference between the control and the test. And then we generate an explanation, and then we go around again. Change something again. This is the way it works. Observation, offer, test, data. So, one of my clients, I'll call them a significant retailer, not a major retailer, but they're publicly traded, so they're pretty big. One of my clients said, okay, why are we even sending catalogs to customers who've already bought from us? Shouldn't we spend our money on getting new customers? Since our biggest problem is awareness, according to all the surveys and all the market research we've done. And I said, you may be right. It may not make any sense to send it to your customers, because heck, your customers are they already know you and that sort of thing. Let's move this over a little so we can see the graph. Oops, right there. There we go. And let's find out. You can find out Yeah. So somebody had no direct marketing experience and really no mail experience. I said, what we'll do is we'll mail, your what you're going to mail, normal mailing, and then we'll take out about 10% very carefully throughout the whole thing so we get a representative sample, and we won't mail them. We'll just leave them alone. You have all your digital still going. You have all your your email still going. You have your TV still going. You got lots of stuff going. They can buy from you if they want. It's not like they aren't going to know about you. They know about you already, and we'll see the difference. Well, the holdout test, the ones who got mailed did 300% more profit in the next, month or two after the mailing. 300% ROI, 300% higher profit per customer compared to the cost of the mailing. Okay? And when we started looking at pass along, it went to 900%. So the sales were, it was ridiculous. Okay? Then we used some of that information to say, hey, let's try and get them to the store. Let's try and make a specific offer. Well, we tried 3 or 4 different offers, and guess what? One made a difference. One was a lot better. And, there's nothing confidential about this. They did a presentation about it. Okay? But the great part was, one was better than the others. It always happens. One is going to get like 80% of the results, and the others are going to split up 20. And then I said, this is so profitable. This is making you so much money. I bet we can get some prospects to come. And then we started doing that. And then with LS Direct, they started doing the retargeting with postcards and retargeting with mail. And that drove tremendous growth. And then they said, well, now that we know the offer for sure, now let's really do some TV. Let's hone in on what people are caring about that they like about our product. And here's what happened. Boom, boom. We got started here. And it was some good growth. But mostly this was from opening new stores. And in here, in 2014, we started working with them. And in here, we started testing. And in here, boom, they grew like crazy. Okay? That's what direct marketing can give you. I'm John Miglosh. Like and share. Get in touch with me. Let's fight about it. It's okay with me. Have a great day. Bye-bye.